Hello, folks. Welcome to Scratch the Surface. I'm EJ Scott. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I talk with my friend Molly Hawkey. I've known Molly now for, around 12 or 13 years, something like that. She's a great person, one of my favorite people. And I was like, hey, Molly, come on my podcast. It'd be fun. And she did. And it was a good excuse to catch up with her. Because I don't get to see her that often, and we had a great talk. We talked about family, we talked about improv and comedy, we talked about dating and men and dating women, and she had an interesting year of where she dated a woman, and she was talking about that publicly, which I assume is for a first time. She seemed really shy about talking about it. But it was, I appreciate her opening up to me. We also talk about a comedy series that's on Funny or Die called Effed. It's really funny. Check it out. It's the letter F apostrophe D. And it's like a post-apocalyptic comedy. Each episode's about 5 minutes, and it's a lot of fun. So go check that out. As for me, you could check me out on the Twitter. That's right, at EJ Scott, and the podcast Twitter at EJ Podcast. And you could subscribe to this podcast on the iTunes. And check out my website, ejscott.com. My podcast is on there too, and sometimes I put up a little extras, like I'll put up a picture of Molly and I up there. Molly and I also talk about this was kind of funny. I've been with my girlfriend 9 years now, and the very first time we met was at the IO West Improv Theater in Hollywood, where I was performing a show with Molly, and we talked about that night and some of Molly thoughts about that night, and and how she thought I was crazy for bringing a date to the Improv Theater. It's funny. So check that out. And by the way, I am in a documentary called Running Blind, and you can buy it or rent it for like $2 or $3 on iTunes and Google Play and Amazon, digital copies. And what's Running Blind about? Well, thanks for asking. It's about me running 12 full marathons in 2012 in 12 states, blindfolded, raising money for charity. Because I'm legally blind and I'm losing my eyesight to an eye disease called choroideremia. And it runs in my family, and I'm always trying to do stuff to raise awareness and money. So go check that out. And if you feel like donating to some charities, some good charities, go to crowdrise.com/7on7. Number 7 on the number 7. So there you go. All right, let's get started with this podcast and this interview. I had a lot of fun. I love Molly, and if you don't know her after this, I'm sure you'll love her too. And so enjoy my talk with Molly Hawkey. Hello.
You know you got dish soap in there for hand soap.
I know. I like that. I like that. Actually, it works better. It works better.
Really
Have a seat.
Ooh.
It's for you.
Comfortable.
We're going to do...
So I don't listen to podcasts ever, so that's why I haven't really heard yours. It's not, don't take it personal.
Whatever.
No, I just don't.
It's okay.
I'll listen to this one, though. If I'm on it, I always
You're going to listen to it if you're on it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Let me turn this ringer off here.
Go ahead.
Oh, man.
Anything important?
Nah.
Anything frivolous?
Is this, how long does these go?
Is it 4 or 5 hours?
Okay, I'm going to leave it here then. If my manager calls to tell me I got a job.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it there, but I'm not going to respond unless it's my manager.
Do whatever you need to do.
Failure. Or if it's like Or if it's like a match on Tinder or something.
Oh.
No, I'm not on Tinder.
Swipe right.
Swipe right. That's my rule. You have to.
What do you mean?
You have to swipe right.
You do, or everybody does? No. That's your water.
Oh, love it. So wait, but is there anything I need to know about your podcast? I listened to like 5 minutes of Kay Cannon's.
Okay.
Well, I didn't actually. I was like running to leave, and I was like, okay. And so then I skipped ahead. I'm like, okay, they're just talking. So you guys just talk, or?
We just talk.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. And then I interview you.
And then you interview me.
Cool.
No, that's not.
I'm not allowed to get personal.
You can do whatever you want. You can
This
ask
is a
me
fun
anything.
texture.
What's that? Oh, the 3D 7-Eleven cup.
Oh.
It's a 3D 7-Eleven cup. You have Wolverine Origins.
I love that.
first
That's
movie.
my favorite.
Is that your favorite one?
Your fans are gonna love this one because I don't know anything about Marvel I don't even know what Marvel is.
I'm drinking a. What am I drinking?
Iron Man.
Is this an Iron Man cup? I think it's an Iron Man cup. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Iron Man. It says on the
I have
bottom.
an Iron Man cup.
Oh, yeah.
I try to keep it casual here
Yeah.
on Scratch the Surface. Just keep it real.
Because you don't want to make
loose.
people intimidated.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Did you turn this on yet? Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
And go.
Okay, I'm ready.
How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Good. How long has it been? I missed your summertime pool
You missed
situation.
that. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. It's been a while. I don't remember the last time we saw each other.
Wow.
It's been a while.
Maybe since that time, like you had a birthday at that burger place.
That was over a year ago. I think we've seen each
I
other
feel like that
since
was
then.
years ago. I don't know.
That was my 40th. Was that my 40th? I think that was my 40th birthday. I just turned 41.
Get out.
Yeah.
You had your 40th birthday at a hamburger joint?
Yeah.
The counter.
I did it classy, like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a vegan burger.
And you're vegan, right?
No.
Oh.
I'm a vegetarian.
Are you a vegetarian?
Well, I'm ovo-lacto-pescatarian.
What is?
I
sounds
don't know
like
if
pig
it's-
Latin.
No, I think that's I think that is what I am, but I do not say that.
What does that mean? Is that short for
That
something?
means I eat eggs and dairy and fish.
Eggs, dairy, and fish. Okay. And have you always been like that?
But the other day I ate some buffalo wings.
Eggs, dairy, fish, buffalo wings. What's the name of that? Buffwing.
Ovo-lacto...
Buff.
Ovo-lacto-pescafowletarian. No, it was just 2 bites. Somebody left it at the table and I felt bad. And I was curious. It had been like 7 years.
Well, you don't want it to go to waste.
Right, didn't want that little animal to die for naught, so
Yeah.
I had to put it in my stomach.
How was it?
Delicious.
Yeah?
I get it.
No,
I loved meat before I stopped eating it.
When did you stop eating it?
Oh, when I turned 31.
What happened at 31?
Oh, I was back then, I still am. I was very concerned about the environment, and I always knew that was like not eating meat was one of the best things that you could do to have less of a footprint.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'll never be able to stop eating meat. But then one day I saw a sad video of I'm not going to get into details on your podcast.
No, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It was a large mama pig whose babies. She was in a tight cage, lying on her side, and then the babies were nursing from outside the cage. And the cage was so tight that she was like pressed up against everything, and she couldn't stand. And I was like, nah, you know what? I'm done. And then I went vegan for a year immediately.
Wow.
And then I got back into cheese. Only organic dairy, organic grass-fed cows and all that stuff. And then I got back into fish. But only like lobster when you're in Maine, or fish when you're in Hawkey when you're in Hawaii. And then it was like, well, also sushi when you're in downtown LA.
Sure. But buffalo wings
and then pizza, cheese is fine.
Yeah.
But no, I do eat those things, but not very often.
Yeah.
And fish.
I'm asking because I've been thinking about veganism.
Yeah, it's good for. Wait, I feel like you've done that before.
Nope, never.
Oh, well, I liked it. It didn't affect my body in a positive or a negative way. It affected my psyche. I just felt better. Like I was doing what I was, this is cheesy, was like meant to do. You know?
Okay.
I never really, I don't know, I just felt like I was doing the right thing. And so when I didn't eat something, it wasn't like I was missing it. It was like, I'm doing a positive thing right now by eating something else.
Well, you got really affected by that one video.
Which?
The pig video.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I watched the documentary the other day.
Which?
What the fuck was it called? What Are We Eating? Or something like that. Something like that. It was 99 cents on iTunes. So it's like, obviously.
Okay.
They have some great documentaries you can rent for 99 cents.
Okay.
Anyway, so, but I've seen documentaries like that before.
Yeah.
Where they show animals being treated poorly and also what it's doing to your body and all this stuff. And I've seen a bunch of them and I'm like, God, that's horrible. And I should really do that.
And then you forget.
And then I'm like eating pepperoni meat lovers pizza while I'm watching it. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, there's a dissociation.
Yeah.
It's.
I think I'm too addicted.
I don't know, or I think it's not. I think it's that you're not connected, and don't take that in a bad way, because I'm personally right now not connected because I'm eating all those things that I've talked about. But at that moment, I felt a very, very, very strong connection to the animals and the earth, and I could not think of anything else. You know, that was I just couldn't do it.
Is anybody else in your family veggie or vegan? No. You got a big family too.
I do.
How many brothers?
I have 6 brothers and a sister, but the oldest brother and the oldest sister are halvesies.
The oldest and the youngest are halvesies?
No, the oldest brother and sister.
And sister, okay.
Yeah, so from my dad's first marriage. And then 4 boys from my mom and dad, and then me.
And do you get along with everybody?
Yeah.
You guys are pretty tight.
Pretty tight, you know.
Right.
We're not without our drama, but it's fun. We have a good time.
You guys are from Westchester?
Westchester County, New York.
Woohoo!
Ossining, home of Sing Sing Prison.
That's a good T-shirt. You can wear that. That's what you get when you visit. What was it like growing up with all those siblings? Did you have the 2 halves living with you?
No, they're 20 years older, so they were already off to college and stuff. It's great. I grew up on a little farm, and that must have been hard than becoming vegan, then vegetarian. There were an animal. We had like a goat and a cow. I don't know if we ever had a cow. A horse, a couple chickens, a couple rabbits.
Did you kill what was on the?
No, it was
farm?
just for fun, for hanging out.
Oh, they were just pets.
Farm-wise, it was more of a nursery for plants.
Okay.
Because my dad, he was into horticulture at the time, and then so he would sell plants. He's still into horticulture.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the time it's a long story, but he was an ad guy with a horticulture degree, and was back in Harlem, was making building parks. But he was also an ad guy, and I don't know. Back in the 70s, he wrote a book on indoor plants called Living with Plants. And from that book, you love that book. I know, right? Book. It's a great book. It's so 70s. It's like pictures and stuff, black and white pictures of like plants everywhere, macrame and
big pot smokers.
They like, I don't think they smoked a lot. I think the weed back then was like so gentle.
Yeah.
That like it wasn't a big thing. It was, I don't know, it wasn't. Yeah. They smoked it or whatever, but I know that like. I remember like 20 years ago they tried smoking weed again. They were in Amsterdam, and apparently my dad got like nauseous and he threw up in the hotel room and everything like that. And then I think I smoked a little bit of weed with my mom once after college or something. But they're not like as a habit, not big pot smokers.
I haven't smoked pot in 20 years.
What?
20 years.
What?
Almost 21.
Why? You don't like it?
I never really had a great experience with it. I usually got...
Did it make you panicky?
It made me nauseous, and it made me tired.
That's interesting.
And it made me dizzy, and it was like... And then I would just get annoyed.
Oh, but you're from Long Island. The weed out there is no good.
There's a lot of stuff out there that's no good. There's tons of shit out there that's no good. I mostly smoked there, but then the last time I smoked was in Florida.
Oh, the Florida weed. You gotta stay away from that. No.
I don't know if it's just bad weed that I had, whatever.
I don't know.
But I was like,
just doesn't agree with you.
I don't need it. But,
Yeah.
I was thinking about, but once in a while, though, I'm like, people are so happy when they smoke weed sometimes, like they love it.
Yeah, I mean, I have different experiences. I don't smoke it all the time, but if somebody, is passing around a bowl or something, I'll take one hit, and I am lit
and that's it.
from one hit all the time. If I have more than that, panic attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But one hit, I'm giggly, and then I will eat anything.
I don't care if it had eyes or what.
Oh, no, I won't. Oh, my God, that's true.
Right?
No, I did that, actually. 2 years ago, I raided Aaron McGathy's fridge, and I ate. They had a Cobb salad, which was full of, bacon and turkey and stuff, and cheeses. I went to town on that, and then I took home another burger that they had, and I took it home with me.
You took it home with you?
Yeah.
You took to go.
I was drinking too much, and I smoked, and, I didn't remember. I woke up in the morning oh, what's wrong with my stomach? It felt like there were rocks in it. And then I open my fridge, and there's half of a hamburger in there. I'm like, what? And then I remember shoving it in my mouth, having an image of me laughing hysterically, maniacally, and just shoving burger in my mouth.
That's why we're gonna always have these meat problems, because everyone's gonna be smoking weed all the time.
Oh,
you're not gonna get rid of weed. They just made it even more legal, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna have more meat problems.
Yes. Oof.
Do you have pets?
Benny, Benny.
You still have Benny?
Yeah.
Oh, how old is Benny?
Almost 14. 14 in 12 days.
Ooh, that's an old dog.
Birthday party.
That's an old dog.
He's deaf.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he can't hear this.
Right?
Poor guy.
Yeah, if it was video.
Maybe.
Oh, gosh,
poor Benny. What kind of dog?
Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, yeah. I had a Cocker Spaniel. It was half Cocker Spaniel, half something else when I was a kid. What was it? Shih Tzu.
Oh.
Shih Tzu.
I don't know what those look like. Fluffy, barky?
Fluffy, barky, a little bit, yeah.
Benny's so chill. No, he doesn't bark.
Well, we didn't raise our dog right.
Oh. No, I didn't raise Benny right, but he never barked.
When did you get him as a pup?
He was my brother's, and then I dog sat, and then
you took him. You took that hamburger.
Then my brother never came back for him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Why?
Well, he had his problems back then.
Oh, really?
Well, he was like, "Hey, can you dog sit while I look for an apartment?" Or whatever, and then I was like, no, and then my boyfriend at the time was like, yeah, and I was like, fine, but I'm not taking care of him. And then 3 months later, Dan was like, if your brother wants Benny back, he can't have Benny back, he's mine. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, but I am not taking care of him. 14 years later.
Did your brother miss the dog at all?
He doesn't know.
Did he even notice?
Ren, if you're out there listening to this, Benny has been a very expensive dog. So if you want to chip in for any of those vet bills or his pet insurance, just where I live.
Yeah. What growing up in what's Westchester like to grow up in?
It's not. I grew up on that little farm. It was about 21 acres, and I didn't have any neighbors, and my mom and dad were working, so everybody.
What'd they do?
Advertising stuff. So
right.
yeah, they commuted to the city. So
how'd they meet?
On the train.
They met on the train? Mm-hmm. I thought maybe
real Don Draper story.
Really? Is that right? Mm-hmm. He was drunk, smoking cigarettes.
I mean, probably. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not gonna tell you anymore.
Sure. Okay, I get it.
Family secrets.
And then, so they met on the train. That's interesting. Did he just go up to her and say, "Hey, how's it going"?
I don't know. I think cute. If you're commuting at the same time every day and you see the same pretty lady and handsome fella, you might,
lock eyes.
Yeah. And then you start talking and chatting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was the train from Westchester to the city?
No, it's from New Jersey. Look, I don't even know if I know the true story.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Really? Do you know about his first marriage?
Yeah, a little.
What happened there?
No, I can't really talk about it. No.
Is it bad situation?
I don't know.
Do you get along with the halfsies?
I love them so much. Okay. We all love each other.
Even though they're 20 years old, that's cool.
They're the best.
That's good.
They are the best.
That's nice, though,
And I love my dad's ex-wife.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that everybody's kind of like
Yeah.
cool and everything.
Right. You know, as long as these stories don't get out everywhere over on the podcast.
Don't worry, nobody listens to my podcast.
Oh, thank God.
I'll just send it directly to the Hawkey family. That'll get me more listens than I usually do because your family's so big.
How many you average, 1 or 2?
1 or 2.
Oh, cool.
One or 2.
That's fine.
No, it depends. It varies. But,
It depends on if you're like an actor in a Marvel show.
right. That helps. That does help. And then...
Will this get me on a Marvel show?
It might.
Ooh.
It just might.
Ooh.
They're like vegetarians. Like Vegacuspa Fowler.
I'm not saying it again. It's too embarrassing.
How was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
So fun.
What do you eat?
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That stuff sucks.
I used to love turkey and cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce is okay, right?
Yeah, but not on its own.
Oh, just a spoonful of cranberry sauce. Well, what do? Do you do tofu? Are you a tofu person or?
When I first stopped eating meat, I was very enthusiastic about the way I cooked. I think that's probably why I'm not so excited. Why I'm lazy now. But back then, I remember one time making a nut roast. That it tasted like meatloaf. It was a Kim Gar recipe.
Oh, Kim Gar.
Yeah, C'est La Vegan.
C'est La Vegan.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. Kim Gar.
So I made a roast that was a hit, and I also made
Did it really taste like meatloaf?
tasted like meatloaf.
No
Yeah,
kidding, wow.
With nuts.
Meatloaf with nuts was my favorite.
Yeah, nutty meatloaf. People eat tofurkey, but I don't really like the flavor. It's so fake tasting. I do like a lot of fake meats, but tofurkey is yucky to me.
Yeah. So this
So
year you did.
Thanksgiving lately I just eat whatever's there that doesn't have anything in it. So there's like mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes. There was a green bean casserole that I ate, which was delicious, and then there was like a cornbread pudding type situation that was good.
Sounds nice.
But a lot of mushy food. Yeah.
That's good. It's easy on your digestive system and on your teeth and stuff, right?
Yeah, on my soft teeth. Because when you're a vegetarian, your teeth get soft.
Yeah. Okay. So for Thanksgiving, you did that. So where'd you go? Did you go?
I went to my brother's house. One of my brothers lives in Highland Park. The other, another lives in Redondo. They have their family, so we all went to Highland Park. And everybody was in a very, very silly mood.
Okay, that's good.
And my favorite thing of the day was when I was in the kitchen. My brother Robin was cooking, and I took a cookie out of the oven, and I put it on his neck.
Because it was hot?
Yeah, it was hot, and he screamed, and then we laughed. We laughed so hard, and then I'm like, "Come on, let's go do it to Adam. Let's go do it to Adam." Okay, so then I took another hot cookie out of the oven.
You should do. Oh, by the way, you should do this for with your family at the holiday.
Yes, everybody, you have to. It's called the Hot Cookie Challenge. So I made an Instagram video, and it just was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I took this hot cookie and I pick up my camera and I just spontaneously was like, "Hey everybody, I'm gonna make Thanksgiving a little bit more spicy." And then my brother Robin was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So I'm gonna put this hot cookie on my brother's neck. And we go out there and he's with my niece and they're like, I don't know what, going off to look at the garden or something. I'm like, "Hey Adam," and you've met Adam, right? And Robin. I feel like you've met them both.
I've probably met most of your brothers.
Anyway,
which one's married to Vera?
Ren.
Ren. Okay, I met Ren for sure.
You have? Mm-hmm. Did you meet Vera?
Mm-hmm.
When?
We were at an award show.
Was I? Oh, I
Remember
wasn't there.
I told you about that.
Yes.
And then we were all exiting, and I was standing behind them, and I was like, "Excuse me."
Hi,
I know your sister Molly. And then I was like, "What?"
I love that.
Small world. It was a small world.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
I think Vera won that night. I think she won for Up in the Air or something.
She was nominated for the Oscars for that.
I wasn't at the Oscars. I was at SAG. Maybe at SAG.
She probably won. She might have won a SAG thing. I don't know.
I think she won that night or didn't win.
I don't know.
I forget. She was very cool though.
Yeah, she's a very cool lady. But back to the hot cookie.
Yes,
challenge.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What kind of cookies were they, first of all? I love cookies.
Ginger.
I don't.
No.
Ginger.
These are good.
Ginger.
I should have made some for you. But listen, okay. So then I go, Adam's like trying to grab the cookie from me.
That's not a real cookie.
I'm like, Adam, you want a cookie? He's like, yeah. He's like, trying to grab it. I go, no. Let me feed it to you.
That's suspect, right?
Can I show you the video?
Yeah.
Then, so he's like looking at the camera like, what are you doing? And I just took it and I smacked it on his neck and he was so unsuspecting and he screamed like a little girl. And then my niece is going, what happened? What the hell is going on? And she's like 12 and then we're all just dying. My brother Robin and I were just laughing. I want to play it for you, but it's not good. That's not good for your podcast.
I'll watch it. Maybe I'll put a link to it. Is it?
I think it was a had to be there moment because I didn't get that many people liking it, but it was
also
funny.
You can send it to me and I'll include it on my website.
Oh my gosh!
So how do you hold a cookie? If it's so hot?
It wasn't that hot. It was just. It was.
Then why'd they forget if it was?
Because you don't know it's. Because you also don't feel it for a second. So you know what I mean? Like you don't know what's happening, and then you feel the heat and you scream. I don't know.
All right, let me see.
Oh, it's a little jittery.
Is that it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should get on your Wi-Fi.
Oh shit! Yeah.
What's your Wi-Fi? Tell everybody. Yes.
Let me see. I might have to edit this a little bit. This one, and I think it's.
I did a radio show last night.
What radio show?
I don't know. Is it KXLU at Loyola Marymount?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was. It was funny.
I know that's it. Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's see if this.
What'd you do that for? What was the radio show?
My friend was like, "He watched my radio show," and I was like, "Sure." I didn't.
We want to spice Thanksgiving up a little bit, so I'm gonna put this hot cookie on my brother's neck. Hey, Addie!
Oh man, come on! No, come on.
Maybe my wife's not great. Try again.
Leave it. Oh, okay. Are you gonna edit this part?
No.
Come on.
Oh.
Damn it! My phone sucks. I mean, it's probably.
It could be my Wi-Fi.
Darn it.
All right, we'll get it later. All right, so you did a radio show last night.
Oh, it's so funny because so he's like, come to my radio show. I was like, all right. I thought I was just gonna go watch, and then it turned out it's like an improv show that he does.
Okay.
So he and a guest do like 2 characters from something or other.
Okay. And then you
So we were employees at Trader Joe's.
Okay, and it went well?
But there was another guy that came too, and he was this guy named Keisuke?
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 I don't know.
From Tokyo.
Oh, okay.
And he was ridiculous. And he barely spoke any English, and he was so wild. It was insane. Man, I
that
loved
sounds
it.
fun.
Yeah.
And you've been improvising for how long?
Hold on.
Oh, is it working now?
Yeah.
You want to try again?
It was for a second. All right.
Should I put on another? I have another.
No, fuck it. Oh, well.
How long you been improvising?
I guess about 13 years. How about you?
Almost 20.
Get out. Get out.
20 years.
I don't do it as much anymore.
Me neither.
Do you do it at all?
I do a little bit. I'm taking a UCB class.
You are?
Yeah.
That's great. What level?
In New York, level 4.
Oh, in New York.
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
UCB? In LA, I got to level 3 about 10 years ago.
So how did you have to start at level?
I had to start
2
at level
again?
2. Yeah, 2, I think. I think
Wait.
I even started maybe at 1. I might have.
So you're going to New York tomorrow?
Yeah.
For how long?
A few weeks. I'll
How
be back
often are you here?
for Christmas. I was here a couple weeks ago for a few days because I had tickets to something. And then I went back to New York, and then the same thing. I had tickets for something. I'm going to see Louis C.K. tonight.
Oh, cool.
And so I came back for another few days, and also just to check on the house and stuff and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll be here for Christmas. And then
Is Deb going to be here?
Deb's gonna come, and then we'll go back to New York and for 2 or 3 months, but I'll come back intermittently.
And how are you? Are you at her parents' place in New York, or are you guys?
We are renting an apartment.
Cool.
in Brooklyn.
And the address is?
1234 Sesame Street.
What part of Brooklyn?
Park Slope.
Oh, nice.
You know, are you familiar with?
I used to live in Borum Hill.
I don't know where that is.
It's
that
between
Brooklyn?
Park Slope and Brooklyn Heights.
Oh, what were you doing there?
Living.
Were you working?
I was taking acting classes. It was in 2001.
We were in the city at the same time.
What? Where were you living?
I was going to acting school at the end of '99 into 2000.
Where?
At the time, it was called the School for Film and Television, but also
I took classes there.
Did you?
Like 2 classes.
And then HB Studios.
I remember that one.
I took classes there. That's
so
how I started
funny.
improvising. I started improvising then.
Really?
And where else did I take? I took random, like a commercial class somewhere, West Barron.
I remember that.
And then, just like...
That's so funny.
Like,
yeah,
not great
I was
classes.
spending all my time just submitting my headshots through Backstage.
I was doing
all
that.
day, every
Ross
day.
Reports.
Ross
those?
Reports.
I was doing all that. So we were... Wow, that's funny. We were in this... And I was in Brooklyn. I was living in Brooklyn for like... Two or 3 months in Williamsburg when it was a piece of shit back then.
My brother lived there at the time.
It was really horrible. And then in 2003, summer of 2003, moved out to good old LA.
What about Chicago? You didn't go there
was
first?
2008.
That was after?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't believe that's so long ago.
Yeah.
So you were there for a while in New York. I only lived there for a year.
Well, I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island.
Yeah, I know.
Born and raised. But I was commuting from Long Island to the city for 4 years, taking these classes and doing improv and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And I started doing I did stand-up comedy back then.
Rather than stand-up drama.
Stand-up drama. I tried that. It did not go over well at all.
Yeah.
And then I decided, I was like, fuck this. I got to move to L.A.
Yeah.
And then we met. When did you move out to L.A.?
2003.
Me too.
Did.
I moved out in
October
July.
7th.
You moved out a couple months after me. So,
yeah.
I had already started.
2002?
I was 3. You were 2?
I think it was 2002. Sorry, buddy.
Okay, that's okay.
Because it was right after 9/11. I mean, it wasn't. It was a year after 9/11.
Yeah.
Where I lived there, and it was just like, oh, this is so hard to be here.
Yeah, it was hard.
Everybody was very nice.
Which was weird.
Yeah.
For New York.
But it was like, it took an hour and a half to get on get anywhere with the subway and stuff. And it's just like, this isn't I'm such a farm girl or whatever. It wasn't city. I was very, very lonely and didn't have any, none of my friends from college or high school had actually moved there yet. So now they're all there and they have a great time. But
Where'd you go to school? Where'd you go to college?
Cornell?
Oh.
Actually, none of my friends from Cornell are in New York.
That's a good school,
I was just
right?
lying. Yeah.
That's a
It's a
good
good
school.
one.
Where'd you study?
Psychology.
Really?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
What made you just study that?
I started having panic attacks.
Uh-huh.
Well, I wanted to be a geology major.
Okay.
Because I love rocks.
Who doesn't? Right? Okay.
Yeah. But turns out you have to be good at science. And
Probably.
I wasn't so good at the math and the chemistry and
Okay.
the physics. Like,
So
why?
you're like, I'll just deal with people's minds.
Rocks. I like rocks and logic and
Okay.
figuring things out like that. But that didn't pan out. And then after freshman year, I started having panic attacks.
Do you know
and
why?
I was like, yeah, I mean, I didn't know what a panic attack was back then.
Yeah.
But then after having my first panic attack, I was home and I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't go to, I needed to go to the bathroom and I couldn't walk down the hall.
Oh, God.
So I was just too scared. I was like shaking. My heart was pounding. I was thinking like I was going to die. And so I called my parents and I made my parents, they were, down the hall. I called them down the hall
Right.
and I told them I was tripping. I was having a flashback.
Is that what you thought it was?
Yeah.
Like an acid flashback?
No,
or
I
something?
had eaten mushrooms the summer before and had the worst fucking trip of my life.
Okay.
Hated them. I hate mushrooms. And I also hate fish. And I ate mushrooms at a fish concert. And it was just terrifying. So I told my mom I was having a trip, a flashback. And she said, oh no, honey, you're just having a panic attack. and she gave me a Valium, and then but it was so bad that we had to go to the hospital.
Oh wow, that sounds scary.
Yeah. But it turns out I have a predisposition for that in my family.
Okay, that happens.
And I had been drinking a ton of alcohol that year, like 3 or 4 nights a week, and just blackout drunk. And that just lowers your serotonin really badly. And serotonin is why, when you have a lack of serotonin, that's when basically you have then it's something would trigger, like an event could trigger a panic attack. So 2 weeks before, this is very complicated.
Go ahead.
2 weeks before my first panic attack, my boyfriend at the time was jumped in front of me by 20 assholes.
Oh, like beat up and mugged and stuff?
Yeah, but it was at like some like
initiation?
No, it was like we were at high school. It was like we were hanging out at the lakes where we used to hang out during high schoal, and there were these kids.
Bad already.
It was like a territorial thing, and these kids came down. My boyfriend and at the time was like, I'll handle this, and he like stepped to the front of the group and was like, "What's up, dude?" And it was like some guy that had gotten kicked out of our high school, and they were pissed off. And anyway, they jumped him, and like it was just a very scary.
That's scary.
Yeah. Situation.
So you didn't. So how was he after that? Was he okay?
He was like limp on the floor while they were kicking him.
Yeah.
But he didn't have any broken bones, and
that's good.
He sued them, and
wow, did you win?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
How'd you guys? You guys didn't last though.
We were together for 4.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good run.
Yeah. I mean, he cheated on me.
Okay, that's not good.
Yeah.
Did you get those guys that jumped him to jump him again?
I should have.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, no.
So what? So your panic attack, so you think
so that
2
was
weeks
2 weeks
later?
before. Yeah, 2 weeks later, I'm like at the farm, and it's summertime, whatever. And yeah, I just started flipping out, and I didn't know what was going on. It turns out.
Do you think they're connected?
I think that was a triggering event that sort of, like when you have a panic attack, I had panic disorder, but I think this was a triggering event for the disorder. Okay. But you don't need to have, for every panic attack you have, there doesn't have to be like an actual like thing that happens to cause a panic attack.
Right.
It's mostly just a thought disorder,
Okay.
With just racing thoughts and crazy anxiety and diarrhea.
I'm familiar with it.
Oh.
Not myself.
Yeah.
But the person I'm with has some similar stuff going on.
Oh, you're divulging too much.
Probably. But yeah, it sounds familiar. Familiar.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah. So what'd you do for it, if anything?
I took Ativan, lorazepam. It's a tranquilizer. Right away for a week, and then started Paxil, which is an SSRI, which raises your net levels of serotonin in your
You said you're not bad. You're bad at science. I don't think so. You're very good at
this. But the synapse.
Yeah.
So it increases the net levels of serotonin in your synapse.
Yeah.
Which is what you need to be happy.
I see.
So I was on Paxil for 6 years, and and when I wouldn't, so I stopped drinking.
Oh. Not for good.
No.
Yeah.
Because you've seen me drinking.
Yeah, I've seen you drinking.
But back then, so I had like a little. Thank God for panic attacks, because I probably would have become a full blown alcoholic.
Oh, really?
But because I have this like checks and balances system, I don't. If I'm drinking too much in my daily life, I start to feel that panicky type of. I know that it's coming, so I stopped drinking. This doesn't happen anymore, but back in college, so I stopped drinking for about 5-6 months maybe, but I started feeling like feeling good again. So then I started drinking again, just a little bit.
Sure.
But then, like 2 months later, I'm drinking like I used to drink, and then I'm starting to feel panicky. Better not drink for 2 months. So then it was like back and forth for a very long time.
Do you have alcoholism in your family?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably most people.
And panic attacks and stuff like that.
So it's something to be aware of, right?
Yeah.
So when was the last time you had a panic attack?
It was probably like 5 years ago, driving my brother to the airport. I don't know why it happened.
You had one driving?
It wasn't that bad, though. Because, I believe I love psychotropic drugs. No, I mean, is that what they're called?
It's like acid.
Medicine.
Those drugs.
Yeah, not psychedelic, but psychotropic. Maybe that's a different.
Psychedelic.
Not psychedelic. I hate them. Hate. No, and I have a very large appreciation for Paxil, Zoloft, Prozac, all those SSRIs, because it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. But at the same time, if you don't deal with the cognitive stuff that's happening, then you're going to continue having panic attacks.
So like therapy.
So you need to combine both of them.
So is that what made you interested in?
So I started having panic attacks, and then I better figure out what's going on in my brain. So I took an abnormal psychology class, and I was like, oh, I could actually study this. And then I thought maybe I would get into social work or something like that. But then I was like, oh, I want to be an actress.
Just like that. Through psychology, you learned you want to be an actress.
Yeah.
Well, did you act before?
I did
in high school and stuff?
Yeah, I always acted, in dance and music, musical theater and plays and stuff all through my youth. But
did you like it?
I loved it, but it didn't ever occur to me that it was an option for something to do as an adult.
Because your family, are there creative people in your family?
Everybody's very creative.
Everybody's, your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So...
nobody was opposed to the idea.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
I just didn't think it was... It didn't occur to me because I don't know.
Would you want to be like growing up as like a little...
A singing, painting doctor.
Okay. I don't know what school you go to for that.
That's singing, what I painting doctor.
So that's interesting. So singing, painting are very creative expressions, and then doctor feels very like you want to help people, but it's also very stable. It's like kind of a stable job, right?
Ooh, stability. That's something I don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you working
what
on
did you want to be when you were...
Growing up?
Yeah.
Artist.
What kind of
comic book artist.
Oh.
I went to art school for a few years in Florida.
Whoa, I guess I knew this.
And then we've known each other a long time, Molly.
I know.
And then I wanted to be an actor. So then I was like, oh, I'll move back to New York and I'll do classes and see where that goes, if anywhere. Now, but the difference is I never acted before.
At that time you hadn't? Oh, wow.
I never did high school plays and stuff like that. I always wanted to, but I was really shy as a kid. So I was like, oh, what if I just kept thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great.
It's okay. I mean, it didn't get me anywhere.
Look where you are.
It didn't get me anywhere. But
no, it's good because you're an artist. You're a creator and you make things. So
thanks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get even more into it.
It's insane, just the life that artists have to lead, and
yeah.
Whether it works or it doesn't, whether you get to express yourself in that way, you're never going to not have that drive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's weird, and my family's there's nobody creative in my family. So like my dad was a cop, my mom was a teacher, elementary school. So it was like very secure jobs.
So so they have secure jobs, but do you feel like they're creative individuals?
No.
Regardless, not at all.
Not at all.
They don't have that.
Nothing.
That gene.
Nothing. Nada. They don't do any of it. They don't write, paint, draw, music. Nothing.
Sing.
Nope. Nothing.
Jokes?
Not very funny.
They're not funny?
Not very funny.
They don't listen to your podcast, do they?
My mom's pretty funny.
Do they listen to your podcast?
My mom's does sometimes.
Don't tell her to listen to this one.
I'm going to tell her to listen to this
No.
No, my mom's side of the family is probably the more comedic side.
Yeah.
I have like funny cousins and stuff like that. But not really... I can't think of many people in my family that are creative. Who do you think
influenced you comedically?
Oh, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was like Saturday Night Live people, and Michael J. Fox was a big deal to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And John Ritter.
Yes.
Right.
Three's Company was my favorite show.
I even watched I Love Lucy, Honeymooners.
Yeah.
All in the Family, Jeffersons.
I didn't watch Honeymooners.
Yeah.
Or the Jeffersons.
I watched all those.
I guess I watched the Jeffersons.
I watched all that stuff.
But I loved Three's Company so much.
Me too. Loved it. Although now it's like unwatchable. But still, John Ritter's really
so good.
So good.
So good. You remember that day when people were like, on Instagram, it was like 3 people that
Right.
whatever. For
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
it was
the personality.
It was not John, Jack, Chrissy, and Janet. You know what I mean?
Three's Company, all three.
Yeah. I feel like those three. That's totally me.
That's funny.
I'm so Chrissy Snow, but I'm not sexy. But I'm such a blonde ditz. But I'm also fake gay. Wait.
Wait, what?
Jack?
Right. That's funny.
Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you're doing great. Keep going. Well, what do you like to date? Like, do you have a boyfriend now?
I don't.
What do you like to date? What if I had your boyfriend exes here, and I was like, "What's Molly like to date?" What would they say?
Oh gosh, I haven't talked about this on a public forum
Yeah.
before, but I was dating ladies for a little while.
What?
Yes,
You are a little
but
gay.
I was.
When was this?
Turns out I'm not so much.
Okay, we gave it a shot.
Thought I was.
All right.
Oh my gosh, now my parents can't listen to this.
What?
You promise only 2 people listen to
Oh,
this?
that's it.
Oh my god.
What? Who is this lady?
Oh, well, let's not
evening.
talk about that, but
Oh.
I'm not going to get into specifics.
All right. Well,
But yeah, there
can
was a
say-
time
can
I
say,
woke up
What
and
time was this?
About
2 years ago.
was it that long ago?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Usually
2 years ago. 2 years ago, about
2 years
this
ago.
time.
Okay. And you were
On
experimenting.
this date, 2 years ago,
Okay, happy
I woke
anniversary.
up from a dream about a girl. And I'd never had
really?
a dream about a girl.
Okay.
And I go, oh, wow.
I must be a
Ooh,
lesbian. A little.
I could do that.
Hey,
And so I
it was
looked
a good
into
dream. It was a good dream.
It. It was all right. It wasn't that crazy.
Oh, okay.
But my eyes were open to something that I'd never thought about ever.
Okay.
Even though other people thought it about me.
Okay. There's 6 brothers.
Yeah. But, so yeah, that.
So how do you meet somebody? Tinder or whatever?
I met somebody online who was a wonderful person.
Nice.
I spent a lot of time with her.
Great.
But
Didn't quite work out.
it didn't, and not because she's not great,
She
but
only had a
because
penis.
yeah, I mean, it's
A little bit.
It's not just that though. It's a masculine There's just men and women are different. They're
Sure.
very, very different, and yeah, much to my chagrin, it doesn't work.
So how long did that go on for? Can I ask that?
On and off for almost a year.
Oh wow. Okay. With that same person.
Oh man, this is so much.
Is that too much?
Well, I want to, be respectful of, and I don't know if she
Okay.
would listen to this.
Well,
but
you're not saying her name or anything.
no, I know.
What's your name? Just
It's Janet.
Janet Chrissy Snow.
It's Janet Chrissy Snow. Ritter. Tripper.
What?
Janet Tripper Snow.
So it didn't work out with her. Have you thought about somebody else?
I have, and I just don't think it's. I just don't think
Okay.
it's in the cards.
All right.
I wish.
You wish.
know, because women are amazing.
Yeah, some.
You like them. I
like
see why.
I
They're
don't
so
know.
great, and they
have boobies.
right. I mean, that part's okay. but they treat you nice.
Yeah, they can be very nice.
They're very yeah.
So guys were not treating you so good.
I've never really been treated specially by a man.
Really? Well, that's not good.
It's not their fault. I mean,
It's
it
not?
is. No, it is. But it's the fault. It's my fault for going with men like that. Something about me does not demand respect from a man.
Why not? Well, I mean, why you should get.
I just don't feel like I should have to ask. And so instead of insisting on something or just not going with that person, I just get mad at them and I'm mad for 4 years.
So is that like maybe a communication issue?
I guess.
Yeah.
I need a therapist.
You don't have one?
No, I'm too poor.
Are you? Oh well. There are places. You
I
can go
know,
for
you're right.
therapy.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Yeah, therapy's good.
Yeah.
Have you ever done therapy?
Many times, but it's like it's an effort, but I know it's good. I mentioned that earlier, but excuse me, I have to burp.
Go ahead. You do it.
Okay, so no, I since I grew up with all these boys, I like
Right.
being treated like a younger sister a little bit, which is getting pushed around. Nobody's fucking pushed me around.
Sure,
Don't worry
sure.
about that. But like
teased or whatever.
Yeah. So I like it to an extent.
They
Until
call it negged.
What?
Right? Isn't that what it's called? Like negged. Like he's just kind of like when you go to pick somebody up and you do the neg, and it's like I'm gonna say something sort of negative about you, but in a fun way, and then you'll be like, oh, I love you.
Oh, is that what they call that?
Kinda.
Ugh.
Kinda.
Yeah, that's me.
I learned it on The Pickup Artist.
Oh my
Remember
God.
that TV show?
No. What is that?
The TV show?
No.
It's this guy called, what's his name? Mystery, right? That's his name.
No.
And he wears...
Is this a TV show?
It was a TV, VH1, one of those shows, but he wrote a book of like how to pick up chicks, and he was a nerd at one point. And so like you look at him, he looks like an SNL character because he's got like this really crazy wardrobe and stuff, and eye makeup and all this. He's a character. But one of the things that he was teaching these other nerds was like, hey, you go in for the neg, and you do it. Yeah, it was kind of.
I'm disgusted.
But it worked for him and it worked for others. So there's like a formula. It's exactly how I got Deborah. It's exactly how I keep her. But now I think with the internet, I think all that stuff I think the rules have changed now with the internet. Don't you? Because you're online dating. Because I online dated for like 2 years, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's different than going up to somebody in a bar or wherever, or a train or whatever, and trying to pick them up.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
So do you prefer online than in person?
I hate it. The only person I've ever liked from it is that girl.
Oh, okay. So you don't still do it?
I still do it.
Oh.
Because I'm still trying.
You're still out there
trying
to make it happen?
Yeah. We went on 4 dates last week.
Congratulations. 4 different people?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know.
No, sorry. I just got a little nervous about. Oh my God. What am I? Because I was going to start talking about them, but then I was like, what if they listen to this podcast? Which they're not.
I doubt it. That'd be a surprise. Did you like any of them?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Well, what do you look for? Let's talk about that. Are they just not treating you like a little sister enough?
Yeah.
Something?
Please make fun of me more. No.
Put a hot cookie on your neck or something?
Yeah, where's the hot cookie? No, back to what I do like in a guy. I like manly. I like manly men.
Sure.
No, I like big, manly, chopping wood, building things kind of guys who are very smart and sarcastic and funny and affectionate. And
boy, the list is getting longer.
Yeah, and this is why I'm single and I'm 38. And handsome and taller than me.
Right. Oh, boy, taller. Okay.
Taller the better.
How tall are you?
I think that I'm 5'8".
5'8", all right.
I'm 7 foot tall.
Right.
But I think I'm just I think I'm a different kind of a person. Okay. I'm not. I don't know. I have high standards, and I think that I'm not. I think the kind of person that I'm looking for is there's not a lot of that person out there, and I also don't think that if that person's out there and he's looking for this kind of girl, there's not a lot of me out there either.
Right. So it's all about you guys being in the right place, right time, really, and looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
That could be tough.
Yeah.
It could be really tough. But at least you're still putting yourself out there, so that's good. You're still trying. You're not giving up.
Yeah.
That's good. I think a lot of people would give up.
But then what do you do?
Exactly.
Well, that's not fun.
You get a cat.
I don't want a cat.
Fuck that.
I froze my eggs.
Did you really?
Yeah. When I thought I was gay. Woo.
Well, where are they now?
Oh, they're on Wilshire.
They're somewhere on Wilshire.
Somewhere on Wilshire.
Does that cost something?
It costs about $12,000-$13,000 that I don't have.
Oh, get out of here! Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So how'd you pay for that?
I got a loan, and my mom and my grandmother my mom and dad and my grandmother contributed a little too.
Right. That's
Because
nice
they
of
want
them.
grandchildren.
Sure.
I mean, they already have.
Don't they have like?
Yeah, they have a lot.
They have like 20 grandchildren.
Yeah, 9.
9. They want double digits. They want double digits.
They want some from me.
From you, of course.
Because I'll share.
That's nice. Oh, interesting. So they're there for the future.
Uh-huh.
You could now
I could
you
use them or not use them.
Use them anytime
It's
you
an
want.
insurance policy.
You can use them in 10 years.
Now I don't have to put that kind of pressure on fellas.
There you go.
Right.
Well, if the time comes, I will supply my manly sperm.
Thank you very much.
And you can mix it together and make a.
Gross. Mix it together. Ugh.
Is that how it works?
No, I don't know. I think they would actually inject your one or two spermies into the egg itself.
I like spermies.
Ew, I don't want to think about it. Gross. Oh no.
You're the one that said it. And then we'll have a
Max Braz also offered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I got competition.
Oh yeah. Oh, Brandon Barrick is also in.
Oh, okay. All right, forget. I'm not.
Look, I'll take all I can get.
Really?
Mix them up.
That's like
Put
Twins.
them all in a petri dish.
Remember
see who
Twins?
wins.
Remember the movie Twins?
Yeah, I do. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, they took all these dudes' sperm and then like put it all with this one egg, and it just like the best of and worst of all of it just kind of got separated.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's what will happen. We have twins.
Yeah.
Well, I hope good things for you in the future.
But now, honestly,
What?
with the Earth going the way it's going, I don't know if I want kids anymore.
Just burn the eggs up.
Yeah, or just
Try to get your money back. Can you get your money back?
put them back in, please.
I'll do it myself. I'll just do it myself. That's got to be easier to take them out, right? Put them back in.
Oh no. No.
Wow.
So it's a lot, huh?
That's a lot. That's great though. So I hope you can find somebody. Are you
I'm
looking?
not stressing about it.
No. Are you?
No,
do you-
I just got out of this. The other thing tapered off. It was a long thing. The girl thing.
Okay.
And yeah, so I just started looking around again.
Okay.
A week or two ago.
Do you still keep in touch with the girl?
Yeah.
Like you guys friendly?
Yeah, well, I'm taking a little bit of a break at the moment.
You're taking a break from what?
From friendship for a moment. I need a little space.
From her or
From her.
From her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to be very good friends with her.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
but I
nice.
just need a little space first.
Do you find that difficult being friends with somebody after you break up?
Not usually, but we're so close.
That's good.
So it's, I just need a little space.
Okay, I got you.
Jake, just please give me some space.
I'm trying to give you. I haven't seen you in like a year. I think that's pretty good, space wise. What made you get into? All right, so you got into. What made you get into improv? Did you do it right away when you moved out to LA?
No, I was started taking method acting classes when I moved to LA.
Where at?
Sharon Chatton, wonderful lady.
Yeah.
Studied with Lee Strasberg. She did, not me. And she had a school, and she still does, and she's great. But then I did a little short film with Woody Drennan. You remember him?
Of course.
Yeah, of course you do. And
He
I did
was
a short.
I experimented with Woody for a year.
You experimented?
Just joking.
Oh, I got you.
Go ahead. He's in Pittsburgh now.
He
Or
is.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, right?
He was the sound guy, and we became friends on this little short film. Excuse me, I'm burping because I ate
okay.
salmon jerky from Trader Joe's down to the whole bag. That's a lot of salt.
Is that why you were late?
Yes.
And I'm coughing like a maniac.
That's all right.
Sorry,
Too much you
listeners.
smoking weed.
Yeah, so much weed. Ugh.
So, so then I started watching Woody in improv shows.
Right.
And then he's like, you could totally join us. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? I could never do that.
Wow.
And after about a year of watching him, I started taking classes at IO.
Get out of here.
But I did. I
You
had
went there
taken-
for a year first?
Just watching him.
Wow.
But I had taken a class at UCB in New York in 2000, 2001.
Wow. Who was your teacher, remember?
Sean Conroy.
Oh, yeah, Conroy.
Yeah. The funny story about that is that he was it was not a good class, and he will say this as well.
Okay.
He was not happy in that class, and I was like, Jesus, this fucking sucks.
Why was he didn't like you guys?
He did not like us.
That happens.
So I hadn't seen him in 10 years or whatever, and then he walked in, he'd moved to LA.
Yeah.
And he walked in the bar, and we looked at each other, he's like, oh, man.
He remembered you. That's crazy. I mean, because teachers have thousands of students.
I know, that always blows my mind. And he's like, I'm so sorry, that was the worst class I ever taught. You guys were assholes. And I was like, what? I didn't have anything to do with that.
Tell it like it is.
So I took a
Conroy.
class there, and then when I moved out here, I took a class at the Groundlings, and I didn't enjoy it. And so after watching Woody for a while, and then I was doing sketch comedy at the time, actually, with some, what's that place called? Second Stage or something.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shitty,
One on
weird
fucking
La Brea.
La Brea.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful place.
Yeah.
Chris Barube. Remember that guy? No. Ugh,
I
gross.
don't remember him. But I know what you're talking about. I've been there a few times to see shows and stuff.
Ugh, it was yucky.
Yeah, it was weird.
Skeezy. So then I started taking classes at IO, and I loved it. And I was in Annie Hoff's class. Annie O'Connor.
Annie O'Connor, yes.
And Max. No, he wasn't in my class.
Max Braz.
Yeah, he was he was there right before me. Who else was in my class? Molly Berry. Do you remember her?
Sure.
I love her.
Yeah, we were taking classes around the same. Well,
Yeah,
I guess you were there before me, right?
I don't know.
When do you remember when you started? You said a year after.
2005.
Oh, you started in 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then I started before you then. Okay, so I was there at 03, but I remember all these people.
Maybe it was 2005. I don't know.
You're bad with the years.
Yeah.
But I remember all these people, and I remember meeting you, and I think
Oh, and BJ was in my class.
BJ Averall.
And TW maybe, and Lucas.
Lesher, right? TW.
Lucas.
Lucas Calhoun.
Yeah. And who else? Bob Aarons.
Bob Aarons, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all these dudes. It's a good class.
Yeah.
I had class like Gimple.
Oh, yeah? So that was before me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Gimple and Perry Hayes and
I don't know that name.
Dave Ball.
Yep.
Dave Ball.
What about, like, Sloniker?
Sloniker. Yeah, did we do stuff? I feel like we were around that time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we were
Because
in
then
class
DHT
together.
was already a thing when I joined.
Okay.
Hal Rudnick and I joined DHT
Right.
at the same time.
Well, DHT, I filled in on DHT
yeah.
a bunch of times,
Yeah.
but one time around Christmas, almost 9 years ago, was my first date.
I know.
With Deborah.
I know.
Were you there in that show?
Yes,
You were in
we've
that show?
talked about this.
We did?
I met her, and I was like, Jesus, why would you bring an internet date to your improv theater? What an idiot. This is never going to work.
I did it 100 times.
Ugh.
I did it 100
I was
times.
like, geez, this is not happening. Poor girl. She's going to have to sit through a shitty improv show.
She sat through two. She sat through DHT, which was, I thought, a pretty good show. And then
probably
Trophy
was.
Wife
Oh,
was
did you play with
afterwards.
them too?
No, but they were afterwards.
Don't read this out loud.
And then, what did I say? What did I say? It didn't say anything.
Sorry. Don't read it out loud.
It doesn't say anything. It just says a name.
Yeah.
Oh, is that whose name is that?
Just
is that
don't.
Who? I won't say the name.
Good.
Well, what's the?
Did you see it?
Yeah, it said iMessage
Yeah.
and then a name. That's all it said. Does
Yeah.
it say anything else? Let me read. Can I see what it says?
No, I don't know why I did that. I'll tell you later.
Is that who is that? Is that a new person
Nothing.
or an old person?
Nothing. I'll tell you later. Okay, so Trophy Wife, how was that show? Good?
That was good. They were always very good, and
And then you guys, she liked it.
she liked it enough, I guess.
I guess so. I guess she wasn't turned off.
Now
that
bringing
much.
her to an improv show was hard, but
Was she still in school back then?
no, she had graduated.
Yeah.
She graduated.
Younger lady.
She's a younger lady.
How much younger?
9 years.
Damn.
9 in a few months. But she was 22 when we met that night.
Oh my God.
She was almost 23.
You're nasty.
Well, what are you going to do?
31?
I was 32.
Oh my
I
God.
was 32.
My dad's 12 years older than my mom. And they've been together
cool.
for 45 years.
Holy shit, 45
So that's cool.
years? How long was he with his first wife for? he say?
Probably 10 or 12 years.
Wow.
He's older. He's 85 or 6.
Oh, wow. How's he doing?
Great. He just had his second hip replaced.
Oof.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what he texted me today.
Okay.
Because this is my family. This is my gross.
Okay, go ahead.
I go,
Wow, so your dad had you when he was like 50.
46 or 7 or
46 or
something.
something, wow.
I don't know. Or 48. How's that hip? This is yesterday. Real good. Using just a regular cane. PT guy says today that he would... I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
You want me to read it?
PT guy said today that he would come just one more time. Can't wait to get to the gym. Then I go, wow, holy moly, so nuts. He goes, yes, they're good too. It's nuts. I go, no.
Well, it's nice that your dad's just keeping you updated on his nuts.
Thanks, Dad.
You should be like, oh, my vagina's great, thanks. I appreciate it. Then he'll be like, that's inappropriate.
Right.
Are your parents pretty fun? Your mom?
Yeah, they're
I've
funny.
seen your mom, and she seems like a lot of fun. You guys
She's
are like
fun.
spitting images of each other.
Yeah.
Is there just like a lot of goofing around and stuff in your family?
A lot of hot cookie challenges.
That's funny. And you do a lot of stuff on Instagram. You mentioned Instagram.
Yeah, I do.
What's your handle?
Molly Hawkey.
Molly Hawkey. Okay.
That's also my name.
So it works out great.
Yeah.
And you put up a lot of videos and stuff. Some of them are really funny.
Yeah.
And I go, is that set up? I can't tell if like...
You're the only person. If I'm putting it up, it's a setup.
If it is?
Always.
Some of it's really like... How'd she plan that? I don't even know how she
Well,
planned
sometimes
that.
they don't plan it. I don't know.
And some of it though is like you were driving and all of a sudden there's like a car accident or something, then it stops or something, right? Or something weird.
No, when I used to live with Andy DeYoung, we had a lot of good ones. Like one time we were somewhere and we were in a parking garage and I'm walking, recording myself, and he drove up behind me and honked his horn. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was Andy driving the car.
So that wasn't set up.
That was a setup.
That was a setup. Oh, he knew.
It's always a setup.
Oh, okay.
I mean, every now and again something, happens that I'm not expecting, but it's always, that's a good thing. Like I wasn't expecting my brother to scream. I guess the hot cookie challenge was not a setup, but I don't think that was a very successful video.
What are you gonna do for Christmas? You gonna do
Hot turkey
Oh my god.
on the back of your neck.
What are they? What's a good thing to heat up for Christmas? Turkey. That's for Thanksgiving. Well, hot pieces of ham.
Hot ham challenge.
Hot ham challenge. I guess cookies. You could do Christmas cookies,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you cook a lot?
I like baking, but I don't. I like baking pies mostly.
Are you good at?
Yeah.
What's your favorite pie
I mean,
to make?
I made a salted caramel apple pie
Sold.
a couple years ago.
Yes.
That was good. This Thanksgiving, I made an apple cranberry pie, which was good.
Sounds good too.
Then I made a pumpkin pie from scratch,
Okay.
like from an actual pumpkin.
Yeah.
It was gross.
Yeah.
I did a bad job.
I'm not great at. I'm not.
But I'm
wild
good at
about
making
pumpkin.
a pie crust.
Okay.
You gotta
Okay.
use a lot of butter.
What do you like doing on dates? What do you like on like first dates? Is
I like to have a
easier?
drink.
Just have a drink and talk and
Look,
see
I'm not
if things
successful
go.
at having first dates, so
Why not?
give me ideas. Last week I went rock climbing
Ooh, that's good.
with a geology professor.
That's cool.
That was fun.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
You wouldn't invite them to your improv show?
He wants to come.
There you
I
go.
don't want him to.
Are you on any shows now?
I have a show tonight and 2 shows tomorrow.
You have a show tonight?
Yeah, Second
I
City.
I can't go tonight.
Oh,
What
oh
time's
yeah,
the show?
because you're going to Louis
Louis
C.K.
CK. Well, what teams you playing with these days?
That's a team I haven't played with yet called Ticklets. And it's Dunbar Dix. Do you know Dunbar?
They're from Chicago.
Dave Colin, Allison Bills, and Ryan Goland.
I know a lot of those guys.
And then
Funny
tomorrow is Village Bicycle with, that's ladies from I.O. at 8.
At Second City?
At I.O.
At I.O., okay.
And a bunch of cool ladies in that. And then at 9, another show. Oh, shit. Oh. I think I'm gonna make it to the 9 o'clock show. That's an hour-long show. Well, anyway, Nerd Melt is another one called Dramedy, where we try not to be funny, and we're very serious, and it's interesting.
Who do you do that with?
Monica. Well, I can't remember Monica's last name right now.
Okay.
You Monica Smith. Monica Smith.
Oh, Monica. Yeah, I know Monica.
Teresa Gumprecht, Shelley Slocum, and Carla Kakowski.
Oh, Carla.
Yeah.
That's fun. So you said you weren't doing that much lately, but
I'm not, because I was very busy. I don't know. It's just this week is a lot.
Yeah.
These are not people that... These aren't regular shows.
Okay.
They're not like once a week. They're random. I just happen to have 3 this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
You love it, right? Do you love improvising?
I
love
do.
improvising.
I do love it. I do love it. As I get older, it's harder for me to get out of my house, And I don't know where I had all the energy in my 20s,
You're getting so old, Molly.
Oh my gosh. I seriously don't get it. But I think part of that lack of energy that I've had for a long time was a little mild depression. Depression? A little mild depression.
Yeah.
Mild, I don't know, exhaustion, working too hard. And so I think I'm getting things back,
Choosing to be actors, as we have, is exhausting when you're trying to get work and, do you still... you still audition and stuff.
I auditioned, but that Bachelor stuff that I did gave me some... that stuff, I got a lot of attention for that. But that had me working straight for, not working, not getting paid, but,
right.
making a video a week. It took all of the energy out of me for a few months, and then when that was done, I made, a fake Emmy campaign. It was a real Emmy campaign, but it was ridiculous.
I remember that.
Right, and so that took a lot of energy out of me. And then I got a couple things out of I got a couple meetings, which got me a couple jobs.
Oh, great.
So all summer long, I was working on a couple segments for True TV. It was just hard. It's really hard to make TV.
Yeah.
So that just really took the life out of me. I feel like I aged 10 years this year.
Well, you look great.
Oh my gosh.
You want to talk about the Bachelorette thing? Or the Bachelor thing?
Sure.
What made you even start this? You were doing you would somehow included yourself in the Bachelor television show.
Yes.
Through editing and Photoshops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very cleverly.
Thanks.
Even though I was like, I think, is this real? I didn't think it was real. And then my dad's like, I think it's real. I was like, it is?
A lot of people thought it was real for at least the first couple episodes.
Yeah, because I don't watch the show.
Right.
So I don't know if you're on it or not.
Right.
And then you're like, hey, look, I'm on. And it was really well done what you were doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I knew other people on reality shows.
No, I got a lot of phone calls like, whoa, you're going to make the show so great. Or like, what are you fucking doing, Molly?
I wish you were. Have you ever considered actually trying to be on the show?
I mean, I thought it would have been so hilarious if I tried to be on this season because people wouldn't believe that I was actually on it. But I don't want to be. I would be so scared with all those pretty girls,
Yeah.
They're too tiny and perfect.
Are you tiny and perfect?
Oh, in my own special way.
Exactly.
I've got a good self-image, but these girls are different. They're a different breed. They're just like
half of them are nuts, right?
I mean, they're all nuts. I don't know. It's rare to see a woman like that in real life. I mean, maybe it's not. I don't know. I live in LA, and I don't feel like I see women like that ever.
Yeah.
So where are these
very
women?
glammed up.
Just I guess they're somewhere at the clubs in Hollywood, maybe.
The clubs and award shows and things like that. Well, yeah, you put in a lot of time to look like that.
Ugh.
And especially if you're going to be on TV or something.
They have to have perfect little everything, though.
Yeah, which you do.
Oh, I know.
You have a perfect little and big everything. It's all perfect.
But it started because I cut myself into the promo for the Bachelor last year.
Right.
And people saw that and they were like, "Oh my God, you're on the Bachelor!" And I was like, "Whoa, I guess I got to actually see the whole show."
Right.
And then I got attention for it, and I was like, "Wow, I got to make it all the way to the final rose ceremony." And so every day, the next day after the Bachelor would come out, I would post a new episode. I would post the deleted scenes or highlights from the show the night before.
Right.
And I didn't do any photoshopping. I just I had a lot of friends helping me like shoot and stuff like that. But I made the backgrounds look just like their backgrounds and stuff like that. So I didn't do any like visual effects or anything like that. I just made it all look similar. And then I had a fake Ben Higgins. So I used the back of some guy's head.
Oh,
yeah.
It's clever. It's very clever.
Yeah.
And then you even did like a thing where you included yourself in a roundtable discussion with Oscar.
Yes. That was before. That was the year before.
That was the year before. That was really
good. That was good. And that's what I did for True TV this summer. I did 2 more of those.
Oh, you did? Okay.
They're really good, and they're already out, but nobody's seen them because they're on True TV. So they're not online anywhere.
Come on, True TV.
So if somebody wants to, rip them off True TV and then post them, I will share the video. I just can't do it myself.
Hint, hint.
I'm not hinting. I'm saying, please, somebody do it.
What? It's not on YouTube? Nobody did that on YouTube or anything?
They're not putting it on YouTube.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Come on, True TV, get with it.
I know.
What the fuck?
They're not doing it because they're worried that they're going to get sued by the actors and the actresses.
Oh. Jeez.
But you out there listening...
But that's not true, though. You could do it... Can't you do it because of parody? Because you're parodying?
On TV.
Right?
That's what it fell under parody law.
Yeah. Okay.
But somehow it doesn't work because it comes as promotional material if it's on their YouTube channel or something like that. I don't know, and fuck it.
Okay.
It's over.
What are you working on now?
I actually have a little Comedy Central Snapchat series called #Blessed with Molly Hawkey.
Okay.
Where I'm a Snapchat life coach. And in these 1.5-minute videos, I basically take an inspirational quote and just destroy it. I try and put it into practice and fail miserably every time, but I'm always very positive.
Are you a religious person?
No.
No, okay.
Are you?
No.
No.
But you've done some things...
Oh, did the Holy Singles thing. You remember that?
Yeah, you did the Holy Singles,
Yeah.
and you've done some stuff that were religious... There were some religious ties to it, I'd
Just
say.
like it was the Christian singles meetups.
Yeah.
That was Holy Singles.
Yeah. Were you raised religious or anything? Nothing. Your parents were like, do whatever you want.
Yeah. I say if I were religious, I mean, it's not a religion, but
Improv.
the earth.
The earth. Spiritual,
Yeah.
right?
But I just really feel a connection with the earth.
With dirt and stuff.
With dirt. I love dirt. I hug a tree. I touch the earth.
Well,
Rocks.
You're a political person,
I am.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What's going on with this DAPL?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to help. I wanted to go up there the other day, and I realized that would be insane because I don't have any money or the means to make that happen. So I'm trying to figure out how to help.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to try and raise $1,000 through my headshots. Donate half of my proceeds, half of my sessions this month. I don't have any sessions lined up because I've been doing less on purpose so that I can focus on acting stuff more.
Sure.
But I was, before I came here, I was working on a newsletter to my 800 clients to say, I want to get 6 clients in December, and I'll donate half of the session fee to... I'm either going to donate it to the Standing Rock Sioux Nation or buy supplies for either of the 2 camps that are up there.
That's nice.
And that would probably be about $1,000.
It's very nice of you to do.
But I'm trying to figure out what to do. I don't know.
That's good.
Or maybe I should go there and take photos.
Yeah, I guess you could do that too. I feel like everybody has a phone there. Everybody's taking photos now.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
You could take their headshots.
So, but yeah, I could do portraits of individuals there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But I don't know. What
do I suggest?
Well, no. What you said? What about what's going on with the Dakota thingy dingy? Do you have questions about it? Do you need information about it?
Yeah. What's going on? Tell me all about it.
Okay. Well, so there's the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Because I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about it.
Okay.
But
I'm probably going to say it wrong.
Okay.
So the Dakota Access Pipeline, running from I think Canada through North and South Dakota or whatever. It's in North Dakota. Right now, it's stopped at Standing Rock, which is being protected by the water protectors. The water protectors, which also known as protesters, but they want to be called water protectors because they're protecting the water, but downstream of where they want to put the pipeline. Where the pipeline is right now, it's almost done, and now it needs to go under this lake, and
under a lake,
a very big lake or something like that.
How do you put under? Like, I guess it's in the lake. You can't go under a lake. Oh, I guess you could, if the lake's shallow enough, you could go under it, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds complicated.
I don't know, but there's lots of rivers and whatever, and that the water up there is the water source for 17 million people.
Right.
Not just Native Americans, but white people too,
right.
or other Americans. Right. So they're protecting the water, but not only that, it's crude oil that they're transporting down, and it will have to. I think they want the pipeline to go all the way to the Gulf, and then they're going to ship that oil off to. I don't know, whatever. But crude oil is the worst, or I don't know, tar sands oil is, but
yeah,
we want to keep this oil in the ground. Because we don't want to release more carbon into the atmosphere.
Well, it's a money issue, right? Because, like, the guys that are doing this, they'll benefit a lot from this oil, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, oil runs runs our country.
Yeah, in many countries.
But if we used renewable resources like wind and solar, I mean, a lot of people are saying that the pipeline is good for jobs, but these jobs will be around for 2 or 3 months.
Right.
You know, so let's change the infrastructure and use wind and solar and have jobs all the time.
Yeah. That's what they were saying about, like, the coal industry is going down, and they're like, what about the people that work in the coal industry? And it's like less than 1 million people work in the coal industry, but the solar industry is employing like millions of people.
Right.
And
also, like, if we don't have an Earth, you're not going to have a job anyway.
You're not going to have a job anyway. And it seems like we're one of the...
We're the last country.
We're the last country.
The last big country.
Right.
World, like, when Donald is inaugurated, he will be the only world leader that does not believe in climate change.
Right.
And the
Although
US,
he's coming around to that. Did you hear about that? He's admitted that humans do play a part in climate change.
Since when?
Since he won.
Not today. No, he's not.
He's won.
That's not true.
That's true. Well, okay.
No, I think what he said was when he was running, he was saying that he would put an end to the Paris Accord.
Right.
But now he's saying he's open to it, but he's filling his cabinet with climate deniers, so he's not gonna.
He's doing that too.
So that's not gonna make any sense.
No. Well, he doesn't make sense.
He doesn't make any sense. He likes to keep people guessing. But back to the pipeline. So they're going through. They're saying that it's Army National Guard land or something like that. But in fact, it was granted to the natives, to the Sioux Nation, in an 1859 Fort Laramie Treaty.
Yeah.
Is this the longest podcast you've ever done?
No, I've done one almost 3 hours.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
So
you can try to beat it today if you want to.
What time is it?
Let's see how long we've been going. We've been good. It's 2:30. We've been doing 120. We've been going to 120.
That's not so bad.
It's not so bad. I'll talk more about lesbian stuff in a minute.
No more. So this land was granted to them in 1859, I think it was, and then as America has done time and time again, takes pieces of reservations and takes back things without their permission, but it actually belongs to these tribes.
Yeah.
So
they got left.
What?
So
we
took everything else away from them.
It's a sacred burial ground.
Oh, jeez.
And it's not just that people from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. This, a woman's child is buried up there. It's not like...
Yeah. You don't want, like, zombies and stuff. Like,
right? Right?
Ugh.
Going through the pipelines into your water, into your oil tank. And
that's horrible. Let's put a stop to this.
And then the idea that, all pipelines break, so it's not a matter of if, it's when.
Yeah. We gotta get the oil stuff is just killer.
It's ridiculous.
Killer.
And I don't know how to help except by I don't know.
Why we drag our? I feel like we drag our feet a lot.
I think we have to call the White House and put pressure on Obama to make Standing Rock a national monument.
Obama's packing his bags. He's like,
I'm out.
You fuckers, you had me for 8 years, and now that's it.
Yeah, you really fucked this one up, America.
I'm transferring my cable to my new place. I'm forwarding my mail. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck with him. Oh, Trump. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting in a horrible way, probably. But I think we've with bad presence in the or bad things that happen even in the past. They resonate past their terms. Mm-hmm. It's not just 4 years. And then, we'll try again in 4 years. It's like, well, whatever he does in these 4 years can affect the next 50, 100 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Years.
Especially with the environment. Because we're already past the tipping point. And right now we're just protecting what little we have left. The oceans are already rising.
I'll do a plug
We're going to lose some Florida real quick.
Well, I don't mind that so much.
But I don't either. Fuck them.
Did you... and I used to live there. Did you watch that new Leo DiCaprio documentary?
I loved it.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Into the Flood.
Before the
Flood. I'll give that a shout.
Fisher Stevens?
Fisher Stevens, that's right.
Directed.
And do you remember him from Short Circuit?
Yeah.
Johnny Five.
Oh my God.
Mr. Johnny Five. That's Fisher Stevens.
Oh, it's crazy. What else is he in? Like 80s movies.
A couple of 80s movies. He dated Michelle Pfeiffer for a while.
No.
Yep.
Eesh.
I think
that's
right.
Smarmy looking. No offense, Fish.
No offense, Fisher. I'm sure he's a nice person.
You know him?
No. But hopefully he'll do my podcast one day.
Yeah. But Leo, huh? I like him.
He'll never do my podcast, but he's great. I mean, his whole Twitter is all about environment stuff. Every tweet he
does. I have to figure out how to make this my life.
Oh, that's interesting. Would you focus in on environmental stuff rather than creative acting and things like that?
I wonder if there's a way to marry them, but I don't know. I don't know.
Go do some improv for the campers up there. Some entertainment. Can I get a suggestion? It's freezing up here.
Good suggestion. Can I get a suggestion? Go home!
Bernie Sanders.
I love that Bernie. That Bernie.
He's got a lot of chutzpah.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah. He's a good dude. Yeah. Okay. And then there's this other thing you did called Effed.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Web series
called Effed. You can find it on Funny or Die.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
F''D.
Yep.
It is.
It's a
post-apocalyptic comedy about three co-workers who don't like each other very much, but who are stuck together in the apocalypse and forced to rely on each other for survival. And it's written by Ryan Goland and executive produced by Ryan Goland and Julia Wackenheim. And they are the other stars. What do you say, co-stars? But then doesn't that mean they are...
the three of you, I'd say, are the Three's Company of... bring it back around.
Oh, yeah.
Three's Company, I mean, you guys are equals, I'd say. So you're all co-stars.
Is that what you call it?
Or co-stars? You're the leads.
The leads? The other leads. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's very funny.
It's very funny. And so you have different guests.
Different guests.
You had Craig Kukowski,
Lucas Neff, Jamie Moyer... Mo Collins. Who else?
I don't remember. Some good people, though.
Carl Tart.
Is season 2 out yet?
Yeah.
So season 2
you have to watch it.
I didn't watch season 2 yet.
I love it.
Okay.
You have to watch it.
I'm going to have Julia and Ryan on next time I'm in town.
Oh, good.
Next time I'm in town.
Good.
And so that'll be fun to talk to them about that stuff. And it's funny because Julia's husband writes an apocalyptic show.
He does?
Called The Walking Dead.
No. I love that show.
That's a good show. It's not as funny as... I'll just say it's not as funny as Effed.
Oh, that Carl cracks me up.
But I'll talk to them about that stuff. Do you Will there be a season 3?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, shit.
Well.
It's on a cliff.
What? Yeah. We're all hanging off of a cliff.
What, that's good. It's season 3. That's great.
Yeah.
What, is there, like, who pays for this stuff? Funny or Die and stuff? They make it?
I think Brian and Julia.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
How'd you get involved in that?
Ryan wrote it for me and Julia.
Oh, how do you know
Characters
Ryan?
are called Ryan, Molly, and Julia.
Right. Well, how do you know Ryan? From the improv?
Local 132.
Oh, the
We were
team.
all on an improv team together. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he had this idea and approached me and Julia a couple years ago, and we were like, yeah, let's work on that, and we did. And we
Sweet.
put it together. And I was a producer the first season, but the second season, I realized I hate producing.
Well, what was involved with your producing?
Responsibility. No, it's a lot. It's hard. A SAG. I was doing the SAG paperwork because I can't contribute financially. So I did. At first, I did SAG paperwork, and what else did I do? I don't know. We all worked on rewrites and stuff together, but
You just want to go have fun.
I mean, I was too busy. I would love to put more time into it, but I was very busy with the Bachelor stuff.
Right.
When they started talking about it again, and then the True TV thing, and then the hashtag blessed
Right.
thing. I just had too many things going on, and so much stress. I just been so fucking stressed out this year.
Yeah.
So I had to do something. Yeah, I had to do something I didn't want to do, which was to not be a producer. But
Yeah. Well, you tried it.
yeah,
You give it a shot.
and they're better at. And they hired somebody, Kelly Jacobson. She produced on it, and she's so good.
That's good.
She took care of everything.
You think anything will come out of EFT? Like
I don't know. They were just at FY. What's it called? NYTVF.
What are you spelling?
New York TV and Film Festival.
Oh,
I think
okay.
is what it's called.
Okay.
They were just there. It was a pick of some sort.
That's great.
Series, and I think they showed an episode or two. I don't know what happened there, but the three of them were in New York for like a week doing things. So
Sweet.
maybe something fun will happen. I don't know. Hopefully.
That'd be nice.
But it's fun.
Good. What? And are you writing? Do you write stuff?
I do.
What are you writing?
Well, I've got that hashtag blessed thingy
right,
and my True
okay.
TV thingy, but I've also I've written a couple screenplays and I have a couple. I just have a lot of ideas at all times.
Yeah, that's good. Did you get to improvise on EFT? Or on all these
It's
other
not really
projects?
an improv thing.
Any of the other things you get to improvise and mess around?
No.
Not really.
No.
All right.
No.
You were in that movie that Vera directed. Vera Farmiga directed.
Oh yeah, way back in 2010.
Yeah. How was that? That was another religious thing.
Oh yeah, that was a religious thing.
That's why I kept thinking.
That was really fun. That was amazing because I was also the set photographer. So I was there for 6 weeks, and it was like shot in upstate New York in the summer. So it was just like being at summer camp. It was wonderful. I mean, except for the grueling hours, but
Yeah.
that was
How
really
was Vera as a director?
it's wonderful. I mean, I had like a line,
Yeah.
but watching her direct other people was amazing. And
Well, you were in. I remember I saw you in Entertainment Weekly or something because there was like a still of like
a group
the
picture.
Yeah, a group picture, and I was like, "Hey, look, there's Molly."
I snuck into that. I should not have been in that picture. I had one line.
That's pretty funny. Is she directing anymore? Do you know?
I don't think so.
She's
I
done?
don't think so. She's doing Bates Motel.
That's in like season 4 now or something, right?
I think maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow.
I haven't
5.
had time to watch it in a while.
Yeah.
Probably only seen the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Mother.
Oh my gosh. Shoot. I need to watch.
She's probably gonna die at the end of it.
She might
some
have
point.
already died.
Oh, she might have already died.
I'm not sure.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler.
Well,
she
I'm
might
not
be dead.
sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And she's always shooting movies.
Yeah, she's a great
amazing.
actress.
I don't know how she does it. Oh, Conjuring 2.
Conjuring 2. Does she have kids?
Yeah, 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah, with my
Do you
brother.
wanna-
They live in Vancouver.
You want to be a mom? You froze your eggs.
I've always wanted to be a mom, but I honestly don't know if I will do it. Not. I mean, I can if I want to. I just don't know if I want to anymore because I'm scared about the environment. No kidding.
Yeah.
Like 50, or if that's, I don't know. By 2050,
Yeah.
we're having a refugee crisis in Florida and parts of Los Angeles and even Manhattan.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going under.
It's
Like by 10
hard.
feet.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That's not good.
No, and we're not paying attention to it. And like, island countries, nations are going to be underwater completely soon.
Right.
The Maldives, is that what they're called? I don't remember.
I don't know.
But I just don't know.
Well,
I don't know because it doesn't really make sense to add to the population and
Right.
for your child to grow up in like a crazy fucking apocalypse. Do I want that? Like to have a little Carl?
Yeah. Or Judith.
Oh, Judith. When is Judith going to get older?
As soon as the show ages, I guess.
Carl's getting older, but Judith
I
stays the
know.
same.
Well, he's a pubescent years.
Oh my
That's
God.
what happens.
Oh man, I wish he died.
Who?
Carl.
Wish he died?
Ugh, I have never wanted him to live.
Oh no, poor Carl. He's a kid.
I don't care.
Oh,
Remember when
man.
those 2 little girls killed each other? Oh no, wait.
Yeah. Well.
No, Carol killed one of them, right?
Right. She killed like 2.
No, one little girl killed the other girl,
Right.
and that girl was crazy. So Carol killed her.
Right. It's a fucked up show. It's really good. Do you still watch?
I'm just so upset about the first episode. I haven't watched the rest of the season yet.
Oh, it's.
Did you
somebody
watch?
else told me that. Yeah, I'm up to date. It's not as grueling as
I
that
got
first episode.
So upset.
Yeah.
And I don't even know Steven.
Yeah.
He
He did my podcast.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, I know that he follows me on Instagram, and I've met him maybe once or twice 10 years ago.
Oh, that's cool.
So when that happened, I literally was bawling. I got so upset. I was crying so hard. And I Instagram messaged him, and I was like, I don't know, I don't remember what I said, but I was so upset. I'm like, no, I'm crying so hard right now. He's like, he replied, he wrote, blame Julia.
Don't blame Scott. Don't blame Scott Gimple. That's pretty funny.
Oh, man.
That's pretty funny. Spoiler alert for those who are...
Sorry. Oh, you have to say that earlier. What? We didn't say the character's name, so
No, I'm sure it's fine.
there's probably more than one Steven.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure
Just a random other Steven.
What other shows do you like?
Right now I'm
Do you
watching The
still
Crown.
Do you watch The Bachelor still?
I watch it begrudgingly, just because addiction-wise.
Yeah. The Crown, how's that?
It's really good.
Netflix.
It's really beautiful. Really beautifully shot. It's almost like I'm treating it as an educational program because I don't really know much about that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Royalty
I don't know much about that stuff either.
in the 50s. I
Walking
love
Dead.
British crime dramas.
Luther.
Love
it. Alice.
Oh, Alice
Oh,
Morgan.
Alice.
You're good at that. The Fall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I've never watched that.
Oh my God.
I've never seen it.
So
It's good.
fucked up. So fucked up. And then Happy Valley. I love it.
I don't know
You
that.
have to watch it.
I don't know.
It's very, very stressful.
Did you ever see The Killing, the American
No.
version?
No, should I watch it?
Watch the American version of The Killing. That's on Netflix.
I haven't seen it. Is it really good?
It's very good. It's not British, but it was originally another country show. I forget which country, but it's a good show. I liked it very much, especially those first 2 seasons. So go check it out.
Okay, I should do that.
Plug for The Killing.
What else do I watch? I just watched, Search Party. It's a new show on TBS.
That's good.
It's
That's
so good.
Wyatt Cenac, right?
No.
Oh, what's Search Party?
Search Party is
the
with
girl
Alia
from-
Shawkat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's a guy in that.
John Early.
Is that him? There's a guy in that.
John Reynolds?
Is he from? Which one's from Stranger Things? One of those dudes in the show is from Stranger Things.
Oh, John Reynolds. Yeah.
I did an improv show with him in
Oh,
Chicago.
God. I saw him once in New York doing improv. He was so
He's
funny.
very funny.
I have a big crush on you, John Reynolds. Are you
Oh.
married? Are you married?
I'll check it out. I'll ask him.
Somebody check it out, please. Big crush. Big
You've heard this podcast, John. So Molly's a great catch.
I've got a lot of eggs on Wilshire. But we don't have to use them. We can hold off. We do whatever you want. I'm not in a rush.
Yeah. Not bad.
We'll
not
figure
bad
it
at
out.
all.
But you have to be able to chop wood, John.
He'll practice. He'll practice chopping wood.
And help me, like, build things.
Well, I really enjoyed talking with you.
You too, EJ.
It's good talking to you. It's good seeing you. I don't get to see you much anymore. After, like in IO, you see each other 2 or 3 times a week.
Wouldn't it be funny if this was just an excuse? You don't have a podcast and you just... This is just your
I
way
just want to say hi. I should turn this on, probably. Yeah, I just want to say hi. It's nice, actually, having these podcasts because there are people that I just don't see often.
Yeah.
Or even, I've known them for a long time but don't know too much about them. And then I get to have a good chat with them.
Yeah, we really got into a couple things there.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's
wow.
cool. That's
cool. Yeah. I hope I wasn't too preachy there.
Yeah.
Talking about vegetarianism.
That's fine.
And the environment.
Hey, it's important stuff.
Eggs. Lesbianism.
That's important too. It's all important.
Hot cookie challenges.
That's less important. That's probably less important.
You gotta do challenges.
You gotta do challenges. What challenges should I do? I do a lot of running and stuff. But I don't
Well, did you do the mannequin challenge yet?
I have not. Have you? Did you do
I did
one?
a joke one where I put the camera on Benny and then I stood there and made him walk around. It was so funny.
Are you worried about Benny? He's 14.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Like how much longer can dogs last?
I think he's gonna last a while longer, but he has problems.
With a deaf dog, how do you get his attention and stuff?
Yeah, you get in front of him, clap, wave your hands, turn the lights on.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
I worry that he's gonna lose his sight, and then I'm not gonna be able to communicate with him.
That's probably the day you have to make a decision. Right?
No,
I
can't.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna be able to do that.
It's tough stuff.
How's your puppy? I've never met Banner.
You never met Banner?
Oh, he's never been here when I've been here.
He's the best. He's turning 3 in January.
Have you ever had a dog before?
I had that Cocker Spaniel mix when I was a kid, but
yeah, like he's a companion. Benny is my best friend. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna fucking.
We got rid of that dog. We gave her away.
Oh yeah.
Because we raised her very poorly.
Yeah.
And she bit my brother when he was a baby.
Oh.
And so my parents got rid of her and didn't tell me for 3 weeks.
Oh no.
And then
where did you think she was?
I thought she ran away.
Oh.
So every night I would leave food out.
Oh no. That's terrible.
And call her name.
What's her name?
Cindy. Oh. And my parents didn't tell me for 3 weeks.
That's really fucked up.
Yep. I thought so too after I found out. Even though I wasn't that close with her, I mean, I'm much more attached to Banner right now. I mean, I miss him every second.
Oh my gosh. I'm sitting here thinking about needing to get back to Benny so that I can give him kisses.
Yeah, I want to give kisses too. I'm such a mush now. Like I think about, veganism because I'm like, those poor animals.
Yeah, I mean, how is a dog different than a cow? Pigs are smarter than dogs.
Cows are probably tastier.
I guess so.
Is my only guess, I guess. And they're slower, so you could catch them.
Right. Sure. Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be it.
But then there's why am I not thinking about that with fish? And then, of course, the dairy industry contributes to the meat industry because dairy cows that are male go off to be veal.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard doing the right thing all the time.
There's so many things. So many things.
So many.
But we have to all do the best we can. If you can't be a vegetarian, maybe just reduce the number of times you eat meat.
Yeah.
A month, try a week. 1 day less a week. If everybody did that, that'd be a big.
I don't eat a lot of red meat.
Yeah.
I'll eat some pork, like bacon or something. Mm-hmm. Now that I spend a lot of time in New York, I'll have pepperoni, pizzas, and stuff like that.
Yum, yum, yum.
But usually when I have a burger, it'll be a turkey burger. Usually. Yeah. I don't eat hot dogs really, so I'll have like a turkey dog or something like that. I'm more of a turkey chicken person.
Yeah.
But, I'm trying. I don't even want to do that really because I feel bad for Those are really
Yeah,
cute
well, it's not
animals, too.
impossible. It's just, in LA and New York, we're kind of lucky because we have resources
Yeah.
where it's not that hard to be a vegetarian.
You try to.
vegan.
Have you?
Been in the middle of the country?
Oh my God,
No way.
there's
It's so
nothing.
hard.
I used to.
French fries about the only thing you can get.
I've driven cross country a few times, and then I toured a little bit with MI, Mission Improbable,
Oh, yeah.
and we stayed at places, and there's just. It's all fast food. Just
Yeah.
down the street, you look, and it's all those neon,
That's crazy.
colorful signs, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
It's just we live in such a different world.
Yeah, that's sad. Who'd you vote for this? You vote for Trump?
I voted for Hillary, but I was a burner.
Yeah.
A burner. I wasn't
Yeah, Bernie.
but I did love Bernie.
Bernie's a good dude. I don't like. I like where he's at from a lot of what he says, and what I wish we had some younger people running for president. Though I get caught up in like over 70. I don't know how in touch you are with our future.
I think he's got the best sense of it than anybody than any presidential candidate we've ever had.
Yeah, and then I get nervous about over 70. Now you're thinking about physical illnesses.
Right.
Now you're opening yourself up to tons of problems.
Yeah.
Just because of your age.
Yeah. But
I think
people live longer now.
Yes, some do.
I feel
We're also like the most obese country in the world, so we're
he
actually
seems like
not.
he's in good health. I
Well,
I
he's
think
not
he might-
obese. He's not obese.
No,
but-
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I like Bernie. I hope he seems like he's still helping us out, country
Yeah.
out and everything.
Oh yeah, he ain't
We're
gonna
gonna
stop.
need it. We're gonna need
We
it.
need all the help we can get.
I think dealing with Trump is gonna kill him.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
think Bernie's gonna die just from like the stress of Donald Trump.
Oh,
I can't believe the Trump.
boy. What are we gonna do? That's not what he sounds
That's
like.
pretty
I'm
good.
not good at
That's
impersonating.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
We gotta get the money out of the big banks.
All right, I'm picturing now your new series, your new web series, and you as Bernie. You are dressed full Bernie costume and doing something.
Bernie Sanders. Is that what he sounds like?
And you're the Bachelor. Bernie Sanders as the Bachelor. Come
Oh
on.
my god, I'm in love.
This stuff writes itself.
He's so cute. He's so handsome. He's so cute.
Here's a rose.
He's gross.
All right.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
We're hugging now.
Well, we're hugging. Oh, you're the best. You're the best.
You're the best.
Thanks for coming over and talking.
Thanks for
with
having me.
Oh, you want to plug the Twitter or Instagram? Molly
Everything I have is Molly
Hawkey.
Hawkey. MOLLYHAWKEY.
Headshots.
Yeah, I don't want. Oh, I mean, I'm not
plug
really
your
promoting
headshots?
it.
Okay.
Headshots these days.
Okay. You have a website?
Hawkey Photos.
Hawkey Photos. I'll check that out.
HAWKEY Photos. I mean, you totally come shoot with me, but especially if you're putting this out anytime soon and you want to do the Dakota Access 50%. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the thing you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, if this is coming out soon, sure.
I'll try to put it on the next week or so.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat.
Okay.
All Molly Hawkey.
And if you have most of that list that she mentioned earlier of what she likes in guys,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of checks that you match
Yeah.
up with,
Yeah, if
give
you-
her a shot.
Yeah, I'm a real spaz. So just be aware.
Perfect.
Oh, right. Bye, you guys. It was so nice for the two of you to listen to this.
We'll name you by name on Twitter. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks, Molly.
Bye, you two.
There you go, folks. Thanks again to Molly Hawkey for coming on my podcast. And that was a great talk. She's so much fun. And if you ever get a chance to see her improvise, I recommend it. And go check out Effed on Funny or Die. And I think you can follow. I think she's on Twitter. Is she on Twitter? I think we talked about that. I know she's on the Instagram. Her Instagram's really funny. She puts up funny videos. So go check that out. And I guess that's about it. Thank you very much. I think this will come out before New Year's of 2017, the new year, 2017. So if you're listening to this before then, have a happy new year, okay? And if you're listening to it after, don't, okay? It's too late. Yeah, that's all. Thanks. Please subscribe, write some nice reviews if you can, and we'll see you next time. Bye.